I know, another Kendo video. I've made two separate videos on this guy, one about hating him and the other feeling sorry for him, but then I realized something. Kendo did not do anything this season. I mean, the only thing he did was figuring out his destiny and beating bugs up. The reason why I'm making this video is because Kendo's arc isn't really that great and I've noticed it, and also he's not a very well developed character. On top of that, judging from what we know so far, it doesn't seem like he'll be joining us in chapter 7, and this is thanks to dialogue and the leaked Simpsons key art. Now of course Fortnite could throw us off, but we're not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about why I don't like Kendo as a character in general and how his siblings work better. Now before I explain why Kendo sucks, I must first explain who he is as a character and what his role in the story is, in case many of you forgot. We were first introduced to Kendo in season 1 of chapter 6, Hunters. He was fighting the demons that came onto the island, and that was thanks to, the Comet reawakening the magic on the island. According to his older brother Daigo, he acts just like a warrior of old, but in reality he's just bored. Kendo talked about how he always waited for destiny to come to him. He met Hope and Jones, and they also helped drive the demons away. When his sister got trapped, he didn't do much about it because he didn't know what to do. He helped Hope create the Splinter Blades. In season 2, he developed a thing for Hope and didn't do much. In Galactic Battle, he wasn't there. In season 3, he was depressed and after he found out his brother was corrupted, and after the tentacle was defeated, he said that he would find his destiny. In season 4, he found out that his destiny was defending the island, and he has become more wilder and freer, and even getting a new outfit known as Street Drone and Kendo. Now you may be wondering, what's the problem with Kendo? His character does not make much sense. In season 1, he was defending the island, and in season 4, he found out that his destiny is, well, defend the island. I mean, his old destiny arc seemed pretty pointless if defending the island was his destiny to begin with. Also, the reskin. Now, I appreciated him the reskin, don't get me wrong, and I also appreciated that he looks cool, but nowhere does he look that close of a samurai. Now, if this Kendo was in the season 1 battle pass, and the red Kendo, aka the one that was in the season 1 battle pass, aka the one that we're all familiar with, was in the item shop, I was the reskin, that would make a lot more sense, because it looked like that he evolved from a person that didn't know what to do in life to, well, a warrior. And this reskin like, it literally looked like he de-evolved, if anything. To add on, this reskin of him looks way too similar to Hope. It's literally just Hope with a lighter blue colored palette, and it's male. Tell me I'm not the only one that sees this. Another reason why I don't like Kendo is because he didn't do much. The only major thing that he did was crafting the Splinter Blades. I mean, he didn't even do anything. He just told us to go and do it. And then there was the Jade situation. Now, he didn't even do much. Daigo may have contributed in trapping Jade, but he also managed to get her out by defeating Shogun X. He even freed the Night Rose from her curse. Now, you're probably gonna say, oh, Kendo did do something. He investigated the Comet, which helped make the Splinter Blades. Yeah, I know, but listen. He didn't even know what to do with the Splinter Blades. He simply gave them to the Night Rose. And Daigo, as soon as he got the Splinter Blades, used the blades to battle Shogun X and free both the Night Rose and his sister. And I get your point. If Kendo did not give the Splinter Blades to the Night Rose, then Daigo would have lost. I'll take that. But Daigo would have probably found another way to free his sister and the Night Rose if he did not have the Splinter Blades. And for basically the next 3 seasons, he did not do anything. He was part of the bystander effect, more specifically the evaluation apprehension. Yeah, I didn't even know what type of name is that, but basically, he's afraid of acting because he's scared of getting judged. Now you may be wondering, there has to be a damsel in distress, a soul in trouble for this effect to work, but let me explain to you how this works for him in the other seasons. In season 2, he could have helped against Kane's forces or the main cast look for the shard. Now I'll admit he did shoot the guards and was the one to point out, hey, those masks look similar to Daigo, but other than that, he really didn't do much. In Galactic Battle, he could have helped Hope and Jones infiltrate the Death Star. In season 3, he could have helped he could have helped the Academy prepare against Daigo, or he could have fought the demons. The only useful thing he did that season was investigate with Jade on whether or not Daigo was corrupted. The only other season where he did something besides season 1 was season 4, where he helped beat the bugs and found his quote-unquote destiny, which is to defend the island. But Kendo, you've been doing this since day 1. We're gonna move on to Kendo's siblings, starting with Jade. Jade, you are the GOAT. Seriously, she is the literal GOAT for standing up for Daigo when he was corrupted. Basically, in this unreleased loading screen, we can see Killswitch going for a shot at Daigo, with Kendo obviously doing nothing to stop him. Jade, however, literally stops Killswitch from shooting Daigo. Jade worked as a catalyst for Daigo, and by that I mean, had Jade not been trapped in the Spirit Realm back in season 1, Daigo would probably not have a great character arc. Jade, of course, has a decent arc, and she kicked off Daigo's story. Daigo, my GOAT, has a crazy story. He beat Shogun X despite being relatively new to magic at the time, restored a sinister mask of power, and opened a portal. He thought he could beat the darkness, but his arrogance got the best of him. In other words, he got corrupted. which was very unfortunate by the way. His corrupted version basically weakened the island for this gigantic tentacle to come through. After he was betrayed, he came to the good side and became humbled. I understand why he didn't do anything recently. He ore farmed way too much. He deserves a break. Kendo, on the other hand, did nothing for 3 freaking seasons and barely did anything this season. Unless he does something in the live event to redeem himself, he is on FRAUDWATCH. Anyways, that's a wrap. If you did enjoy it, consider liking and subscribing. And if you don't want to, then that's fine. Anyways, without further ado, bye-bye.